Big news coming out of Kansas City. Tyreek Hill has reportedly expressed his desire to play alongside Travis Kelce once again. And you know what that means. Tyreek Hill could be on his way back to the Chiefs. If this happens, the Chiefs' offense would instantly become the most dangerous unit in the NFL. Just imagine Hill's blazing speed stretching the field while Kelce dominates the middle with his elite route running and size. Defensive coordinators would have sleepless nights trying to figure out how to stop this combo. Spoiler alert, they wouldn't be able to. Hill and Kelce already formed one of the deadliest duos in NFL history during their previous run together. Now, with Patrick Mahomes under center and Andy Reid calling the shots, this reunion could make the Chiefs absolutely unstoppable. Hill's ability to create separation and Kelce's knack for finding soft spots in the defense would give Mahomes endless options to pick defenses apart. If Tyreek Hill officially signs with the Chiefs, Kansas City would go into next season as the overwhelming Super Bowl favorites. The offensive firepower would be unmatched, and with Brett Veach's ability to build a solid supporting cast, this could mark the beginning of a new Chiefs dynasty. Chiefs Kingdom, are you ready for Hill and Kelce to run it back? If this happens, the NFL better prepare for chaos. Chiefs' major free agency moves, strengthening the offensive line, backfield, and secondary. The Chiefs' first major move in free agency was signing Jayon Moore, formerly of the San Francisco 49ers, to bolster the offensive line. Moore arrives with the mission of taking over the left tackle position, ensuring protection for Patrick Mahomes' blind side. The 2-year, $30 million contract reflects the franchise's confidence in his growth potential. Even without experience as a regular starter, Moore has shown solidity when called upon by the 49ers, making his arrival a promising bet. Protecting Mahomes is a top priority, especially after some scares last season. Andy Reid's offensive scheme demands quick, smart tackles, and Moore has the physical and technical attributes to fit well into that system. He may not be a big name like Trent Williams, but his cost-benefit ratio could make him a great fit. If he develops quickly, he could become a key piece for an offense that relies heavily on Mahomes' stability in the pocket. However, there is some risk involved in the signing. Moore has yet to be tested as a full-time starter, and taking on that responsibility for a Chiefs team that competes for championships every year brings enormous pressure. The team will need to ensure he has the support necessary to adapt and develop quickly. Otherwise, this could become an area of concern throughout the season. For now, the Chiefs are banking on potential, and only time will tell if this choice is the right one. Strengthening the ground attack. To diversify the ground attack, the Chiefs brought in Elijah Mitchell, a running back who excelled early in his career with the 49ers. The 1-year, $3,500,000 deal is a low-risk bet for a player who has shown talent when healthy. In 2023, Mitchell rushed for 963 yards and 5 touchdowns, serving as a key piece in Kyle Shanahan's offensive scheme. If he can stay healthy, he could be a valuable weapon for Kansas City. The Chiefs' running back rotation has been a major concern in recent years. Isaiah Pacheco has established himself as the RB1, but the team needed more depth at the position, especially someone who can share carries and take the load off the young starter. Mitchell could provide just that, a reliable alternative with good field vision and explosiveness. His experience with the 49ers offensive system, which emphasizes the running game, is another plus. The big question mark is his durability. Mitchell missed the 2024 season due to injury, and his history of injuries raises concerns about his ability to play consistently. If he can stay healthy, he could be a valuable complementary piece alongside Pacheco. But if injuries resurface, the Chiefs may need to explore more options in the draft or search for another veteran. Boosting the secondary. The Chiefs' defense also got an interesting boost with the arrival of cornerback Christian Fulton, formerly of the Los Angeles Chargers. The 2-year, $20 million contract shows that Kansas City was looking for stability in the secondary. Fulton brings experience and versatility to the cornerback group, traits that Steve Spagnuolo values highly in his defensive system. The expectation is that Fulton will play as a starter alongside L'Jarius Sneed, allowing Trent McDuffie more freedom to play at nickel. Fulton has a physical and aggressive style of play, which fits well with the Chiefs' defensive identity. He excels in zone defense, a scheme Spags often uses to neutralize explosive passing attacks. Additionally, his presence could help keep the secondary rotation more balanced, avoiding the overloading of young players in an AFC increasingly stacked with talented quarterbacks. Bolstering the pass defense is always a smart move, but Fulton needs to prove that he can be a reliable starter throughout the season. He's had his ups and downs with the Chargers, and now he'll have to adapt quickly to the new scheme. The advantage is that, alongside names like McDuffie and Snead, he won't have to be the main figure in the secondary. If he can play consistently, he'll be a valuable addition. If not, the Chiefs may need to make more adjustments in the secondary during the season. Securing defensive leadership. One of the most important moves of this free agency was the renewal of linebacker Nick Bolton with a 3-year, $45 million contract. The Chiefs secured a key defensive leader and ensured continuity in the middle of the defense. Bolton has been a cornerstone of the Chiefs' defense, and his extension reinforces the team's commitment to maintaining a strong defensive core. Overall, the Chiefs' free agency moves reflect a balanced strategy, reinforcing the offensive line, improving depth in the running game, and adding stability to the secondary. While there are risks involved, the upside could make this one of the most effective off-seasons for Kansas City in recent years. Chiefs secure defensive core, reinforce offense, and add depth at quarterback. The Chiefs secured the retention of one of their defensive leaders with a renewal of linebacker Nick Bolton on a 3-year, $45 million contract. Bolton has been an essential piece in Steve Spagnuolo's scheme, bringing intensity, tactical intelligence, and a dominant physical presence in the middle of the field. This renewal not only maintains the quality of the defense, but also ensures continuity in the linebacker group. Bolton is a tackling machine, racking up big numbers since arriving in the NFL. His play-reading talent and ability to stop opposing runs make him one of the most complete linebackers in the league. He has also improved his pass coverage, a crucial aspect of the Chiefs' defense, which constantly faces powerful aerial attacks. His presence on the roster provides security and stability to the defense. Bolton's renewal also signals that the Chiefs continue to prioritize defense as a fundamental pillar of the team. While in recent years the team was known for Mahomes' explosive offense, today the defense has become just as important. With Bolton locked in for 3 more years, Kansas City is firmly on track to build a defensive unit that can be dominant for a long time. JuJu Smith-Schuster returns to Kansas City. A pleasant surprise for Chiefs fans was the return of JuJu Smith-Schuster, who signed a 1-year deal to bolster the receiving core. After a low-key stint with the Patriots, JuJu returns to an environment where he's already had success, helping Kansas City win Super Bowl LVI. His chemistry with Patrick Mahomes and his experience are factors that could make all the difference for the offense. JuJu's biggest value to the Chiefs isn't just in his statistical output, but in the security he provides as a reliable receiver. In 2022, he recorded 933 yards and 3 touchdowns, making him one of Mahomes' favorite targets on third downs. With uncertainty surrounding the development of young wide receivers like Sky Moore and Rashee Rice, having someone who already knows the system could be crucial. However, there are concerns about his physical performance and level of play. His time with the Patriots was marked by injury problems and a drop in production, which raises questions about the impact he can have on the offense. If JuJu can stay healthy, he could be a great addition, but if the struggles persist, the Chiefs may still face challenges at the wide receiver position. Chiefs strengthen QB depth. With Gardner Minshew, the search for a reliable backup to Patrick Mahomes led the Chiefs to sign Gardner Minshew, one of the most experienced backup quarterbacks in the league, to a 1-year contract. Minshew arrives to replace Carson Wentz and ensure that if Mahomes needs to miss any playing time, the team still has a quarterback capable of maintaining competitiveness. Minshew's recent experience with the Colts, where he nearly led the team to the playoffs, is a good indication that he could be a valuable asset. Having a solid backup quarterback is an underrated but crucial asset for any team with championship aspirations. Minshew has demonstrated that he can perform well under pressure, has a decent arm, and reads the game well. Plus, his charismatic personality and work ethic are well liked in the locker room. On a team with one of the best environments in the NFL, he should fit in quickly. The ideal scenario, of course, is that Mahomes doesn't have to leave the field at any point, but injuries are part of the game, and if the worst happens, the Chiefs now have an option who can keep the offense functional. Minshew is no Mahomes, but he's a quarterback capable of winning games if called into action, and that peace of mind can be essential during a long, exhausting season. Chiefs focus on balance and depth. Overall, the Chiefs' off-season moves reflect a balanced approach, reinforcing the defense, improving depth in the running and receiving game, and securing a reliable backup quarterback. While there are some question marks around health and consistency, the upside is clear. Kansas City is building a team that remains competitive at the highest level. Stefon Diggs to Kansas City? The shocking rumor that could change everything? Hold on, Stefon Diggs and Kansas City in the same sentence? That's right. An idea no one saw coming is starting to gain traction. And what if I told you that Patrick Mahomes might finally get a key piece for his offense? But don't get ahead of yourself. It's not that simple. Meanwhile, Travis Kelce just opened up like never before about a moment that still stings for the Chiefs. What he said could change a lot. Stay tuned because these updates are going to make waves. And don't forget to drop a like to support the channel. The Diggs to Chiefs rumor. Here's the deal. Some people are suggesting that Stefon Diggs might be the solution to the Chiefs' wide receiver problem. Yes, that Diggs, the same one who's had his fair share of rivalry with Kansas City over the years. But honestly, it might not be such a crazy idea. Pranav Chowdhury from Pro Football Network recently floated this possibility, pointing out that the Chiefs simply didn't have a true WR1 last season. Not a single receiver even cracked 700 yards. Something Diggs has done in every season of his career, except 2024, when he dealt with injuries. With Rashee Rice and rookie Xavier Worthy as the top names in the group, a seasoned veteran like Diggs could be exactly what this offense is missing. Of course, there's a controversial side to this. Diggs hasn't had the friendliest relationship with the Chiefs over the years, so there's no guarantee he'd even be open to the move. But if Kansas City can convince him, the offense would gain a real threat to complement Patrick Mahomes and make opposing defenses sweat even more. One thing that's undeniable is that Mahomes needs help. Despite being the best QB in the NFL, he had to carry an inconsistent group of receivers, which was painfully obvious in the Super Bowl. The Chiefs' passing attack finished the season at a surprisingly average level, even trailing the Raiders in total yards. That simply shouldn't happen with a quarterback like Mahomes at the helm. Whether it's Diggs or another big-name addition, the truth is that Kansas City needs to give its QB better weapons. Wide receivers, tight ends, pass-reading running backs. It doesn't matter how, but the Chiefs need to ensure Mahomes has more firepower to keep dominating the league. So, does Diggs to the Chiefs make sense, or is this never going to happen? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Travis Kelce opens up about painful Super Bowl loss. Speaking of Kansas City, Travis Kelce just made a raw confession about a tough moment, and you need to hear what he had to say. Kelce finally opened up about the painful Super Bowl loss on the New Heights podcast, and you could feel the weight of his words. He didn't hold back his regrets, admitting that he blames himself for some poor decisions on the field and that he didn't feel like the leader he needed to be in that moment. It's a tough pill to swallow. You hold on to it forever, he said, and honestly, it's hard to argue with him. That Super Bowl against the Eagles was a complete disaster for the Chiefs. It wasn't just a loss. It was a beatdown from start to finish. Mahomes and Kelce, the NFL's most lethal duo, simply didn't show up for the game. And when your QB and star tight end struggle, everything falls apart fast. After the game, speculation swirled about Kelce's retirement. Was this the end of the road for one of the greatest tight ends of all time? Apparently not. The Chiefs seem to be moving as if Kelce will be back for 2025, and all signs point to him wanting one more shot at ending his career on top, not with a performance to forget. Chiefs need to fix the offense. Fast now, Kansas City needs to turn the page and focus on the future. The Super Bowl loss made it clear that despite still being a powerhouse, they have adjustments to make. The offseason has already brought some changes, but the mission for next season is clear. Strengthen the team, fix the mistakes, and come back even stronger to fight for another title. And with Kelce and Mahomes leading the offense, no one doubts that the Chiefs will be in the conversation once again. Like this video and subscribe to our channel to be notified when we upload new videos.